Hello, it's morning. I'm alive and live with a bit of a quickie, really. I've kind of packaged up my parcels and everything's sort of gone, and I don't get a chance to actually show you anything that's sold, but I had some quite interesting ones. So I thought I'd show you anyway. Actually get it out there. I do buy things, but actually I sell them too. I'm just really, really rubbish at reporting what I sell. So I will pop these on in a minute. Oh, one person's in. Hello. It's a bit like that. I'm very much enjoying my the new series that I'm doing with Lainey, the Let's Talk About series. We're kind of alternating each week. We're doing one with on Lainey's channel, which is Big Girls Really Do Cry, and we're doing one on my channel every other week. And we had about 3 episodes, I think, talking about death and grieving and issues around that, which is a massive subject, but, we just dipped our toe in. And then we started talking about addiction in the most recent one. And it's fascinating talking with Lainey because, our life experiences are very, very different. But, everybody has certain things in common and stuff of life, really. So we're having an interesting time talking about it. We were discussing doing it many, many months ago and finally got round to it. Good morning, Intelligent Zombie. One of the best names on the internet. Love it. Absolutely love that name. I had a very not a strange sale. I've had these for ages. I don't pick up books that often because it's not my area. It's well away from my area of expertise. Oh, you've been watching it too. Oh, bless. Yeah, I think, everything should be talked about. I don't think there's ever anywhere you shouldn't go or be prepared to discuss because it's life experience. It's what happens to a good percentage of humans throughout their life at some point in time, or they know somebody who it's affected. The first thing I had to show you, these are bagged up because I've had them in storage. What a beautiful cover is that. Anyone speak French? I think Ms. Jenkins will know what that is. Les Mille et une nuits, 1001 Nights, the Arabian Nights story. There are actually 6 volumes of this, and I wish I hadn't got them in the bag because they are stunning. I picked them up for £5 for the lot. In a fairly unlikely bookshop. It was a place that didn't have many books at all, a shop that didn't have many charity books at all. And I just saw these and thought they are so stunning. I can't leave them there for £5. Somebody one day in the dim and distant future may well want them. Well, that person finally has come through. I've explained they're in French. There are 6 volumes of 1001 Nights. Paid £5 for them. I'm getting £75 for them, and obviously there's postage on top of that because they're over 2 kilos, the lot of them. But they're just so stunning. It's a bit like Carla Jenkins. Obviously, everyone knows Carla Jenkins, who adores the Folio Book Society books, and I love them too. A good quality book just brings joy in the hand. So I'm pleased that those are going to a good home. I'd almost forgotten I had them. I was beginning to wonder, will I have to reduce the price? And lo and behold, I didn't have to. So, right, so that's one thing I sold. This is stuff that's going out today. So this is stuff from yesterday and this morning. I have a pair of, probably when I sell things, because I'm fairly long tail, I can't remember what I paid for them. I'm pretty sure I only paid a couple of quid for these maximum. They are Nike Air Force Ones. They are a ladies size 5.5. They are in phenomenal condition. I mean, somebody wore those once, literally, if that. Maybe they didn't get on with that style of, the high top. I find those sort of things very uncomfortable in the back of my heel. But somebody loved it and they bought them. And they've paid £40 for them because they're in such good condition. Trainers again aren't really my area, but I seem to come across them, and if I come across them cheap enough where if I've got it horribly wrong it doesn't matter, then I will pick them up. I know nothing. I'm not a sneakerhead. I know very little about anything. These you can't see, sadly. That was really silly of me. You see, I pack a lot of my shoes. I pre-pack away. These are a pair of very strappy silver heels, sandals really, with great big heels on them, and they were tiny, well, like, they look really small, but they were size 5, but they were LK Bennett's, and I think I picked those up for a couple of quid again at a boot fair, and somebody is I've had them a while. Again, it had the occasion to wear sandals. It's coming back round again, isn't it? I sold those for, yeah, they were on sale, 18.74. So I'd had them for over a year. So I'm starting to clear old stock, and they were gratefully received. Something else I've had for a while, which surprised me, is North Face, the kind of hiking trousers. I do hiking trousers. They go well, they sell well, but these had hung around for a while. And hello, Karen. Nice to see you. These sold for $13.99, so I think I might have reduced those in price, but they've gone. So, and they're very, very lightweight ones. They're really for hotter weather, not for our wintry climes. So they went. What have I got here? A pair of Reese men's trousers. Now, these were very old. I picked them up because they're weird. I think I got them from my flea market lady for £2, £2.50, somewhere around that is my average price. They're actually kind of made out of that woolly, thicker, almost suit material, but they were like joggers, with elasticated waist and cuffs. They've got to look weird on, I'm just saying. But somebody bought them, bless them. And they were quite a small size as well, 28. So it's going to be a youngster. So I might have paid sort of £2, £2.50 for them, and they have gone for, they haven't paid yet. That's why I picked them out, because they've been bidded, and they, in that case, will be in my awaiting payment. They are. So I'm assuming they're going to pay. And this chap here needs to pay £21, so I have to reduce them. Again, they'd hung around for a while. They're very unusual design trouser. But, Reese, good brand. Happy to pick it up if I get it cheap enough. Hello, Katie Cat. Nice to see you. What else have I got that's sold? A white stuff skirt. It's a check skirt, sort of wintry weight, mini one. You know the thing, the sort of A-line short skirts in a check woolly blend fabric. It's known as Norma. It's very helpful when they put star names in things. And what did she go for? Here we go. I've had her a little while again. Yes, she went for £18.74. And again, that's because I wonder why. How's that happened? Anyway, let's go for £18.74. Just still a damn good price for a mini skirt. And the very last thing, which you can't see because it's in a bag, but it's kind of a high neck, long sleeve, romantic style, a bit steampunk, but it's really, really dark blue, not black. Hence why I didn't keep it. But it's a high neck too, and it's got lace detail and sort of puffy sleeves. And that was by Monsoon, which we had a lovely Monsoon in our town, and it shut down. And, people miss it. So the place to get Monsoon, if you're not near a store, is online. So that went for £16.99. Again, not a high price, but quite serviceable. Quite pleased with that. So that's some stuff going out. Another lovely thing going out, which I'd had for a long while. And it's here. I am beginning to miss the backlog of my jewellery. I'm getting there. I can show you this one because it hasn't all been wrapped up. This is fabulous. This is opalite, which is an amazing, you can't really see the amazing colour of it. It looks like it's white, but it's not. It's opalescent. Faceted, huge beads on what looks like J. Crew, because that's a J. Crew style. It doesn't actually say J. Crew, but, people like it. And these are really heavy and lovely. These are going to someone who's going to send them abroad. They paid £38 for these because these are quite special. And I was very happy for them to go to a new home. So, jewellery. I will be selling a lot more jewellery in time to come now that it's listed. And I have got and plenty of backstock. I don't really need a whole heap more. So there you go. That's things. But I was more than happy. It's a very chunky monkey, yes, but not kind of too over the top. So stuff does go out with this place too. It's not just an accumulator, although sometimes it looks like it. Well, I had an interesting day. Church sale that I go to. First thing I picked up was brand new in packet, and I know how expensive these things are. Lace Selection 5 full briefs for the person who likes a fuller brief. These are in black, which is always in demand. They're not my size, sadly. They were 16. But 5 pairs of them, all brand new. Style name is Juliana Lace. Yeah, that's got to be good. Now, this entire lot, the lady wanted to charge me £3.50. I gave her £5. And when you see what I've got, you see, I'd rather give them more money for their cause, because I feel I have got incredible value for money. I'm not going to lie. It feels like I'm stealing. It really does sometimes. So let's go for the bitsy first, and I'll come to the best bits in the end. Now, I picked up a pair of these. These are without the original tags, but they are not worn. They still have all the creases in from the pack. Oops. That looks so elegant, didn't it? But I thought someone will like these. They are a pair of pyjamas. Ladies' pyjamas, I believe. Even though they look rather manly. But they've got floors on, see? Little floors. And they're in a lovely flannel, slightly brushed cotton kind of fabric. They are a UK 14, which is a good size. They are 100% cotton. Now, I know I have friends and people who will only wear 100% cotton, who do not like to have any man-made fibres, particularly in nightwear, who prefer cotton and will pay for it. And these things aren't easy to find if you're out and about trying to shop. So these will be sold as new without tags, because they are clearly unused, unworn. And you even get the little floral on the nice wide leg trousers. I mean, I'd keep them myself, but I don't really need those. They're not really for my style. But someone will love them. They're completely lovely, and they feel so nice. Okay. What's this? Oh yes, this is Marks and Spencer as well. Also unworn. Oh, all the buttons are undone. I've checked the fabric. I think it probably is 100% linen. It's a loose shirt, ladies one. It's in quite a nice bluey grey colour. Again, I find it hard to differentiate between the two sometimes. This is also a UK 14 indigo, so it's definitely more blue than anything else. Made in Morocco, and we are made of 100% linen. Took me a while to get there. Again, people like natural fabrics, and with summer coming and or holidays. Anyone holidaying this year? I have been quite daring in booking a holiday abroad. Now, I haven't done that for a long time. Got fingers burnt when we had COVID. We lost out on, long story anyway, I lost a bit of money. Not a lot, a bit of money. And to be honest, it could have been a lot worse. I could have lost a lot more than a bit of money. So we have actually booked to go on a half term to go to Brussels, because you can get there directly on Eurostar. Who knew? It's literally a 2-hour run from London, St Pancras International, which is probably about an hour away from us in terms of getting up there and getting across London. But Brussels just looked fascinating. They have good chocolate. That will please my son. Good beer. That will please my husband and me. And good food. And it's a big city, and they have flea markets and things, charity shops. So, because that's not part of the job that I mind. I like to go and explore. So we can all kind of potter off and do our own things if we want. Son can come out with us. He can stay in the apartment if he wishes. We've got a nice apartment just on, not bang in the centre, just a little further out. with a nice terrace and a garden and all the home comforts. So I'm quite looking forward to that. I'm still quite nervous about it because, I mean, we can cancel that up to the last minute, but Eurostar, I know if you cancel with them, you get credit to use at a later point, which backfired on us horribly because COVID went on longer than the credit did. But it's a risk I'm willing to take, and it's cheaper than flying and less hassle than going further afield. We don't need a beach holiday. We're not too focused on that. Right, here's a jumper. Holiday plans, I know, isn't that exciting? This is a fairly boring looking jumper. It is enormous for a large. It's a very large, although it says large. It's by Glenmuir, which is a reasonably good brand, but it is obviously a fella's, and it is, I believe, pure new wool, 100% pure new wool. I'm drawn to natural fabrics. I like them. I can't wear wool, admittedly, but I know that people have their preferences, and the move towards a more natural fabric is a thing. That has been worn once or twice, a little bobbling. I will debobble. And again, at this sort of price, where I'm paying £5 for a number of items. Let's see, we're already up to one, two, three. That's 4 items already. And there's more. This I picked up for style. The colour, I can tell you, is almost as bad as it's looking on screen. I mean, it's a brown, but there are so many adjectives to this particular shade of brown. However, it's quite stylish. It's a pleated midi skirt, which, you know, people like is a thing. Wouldn't be for me, but I have a good record of selling pleated midi skirts, so I didn't ignore it. It's H&M. It's a size 14, so it's a decent size, and it is that colour of brown. I'm going to have to find a nice way to describe the particular shade, or maybe just call it brown and don't go there. Anyway, it has slight green tones in that brown. I think that's what I'm getting at. It's a cowpat kind of colour. Okay. Oh, these I picked up for me. Pyjamas in black. I think they're going to be too big, actually. Now that I'm saying that. No, they'll be all right, actually. The waist is fine. Then these are no brand at all. It's simply that when you're in a camper van, you don't really want to be pooping about in a nightie. Sometimes you want a little more coverage. So I grabbed those just thinking, well, you know, they're a bit blokey, but they are ladies. But they'll give me coverage where I need it and keep my bum warm. So camping equipment sorted for the coming season. Now this is something else. It's very furry. It's not natural fibres at all. Don't worry, no animals were harmed in the making of. It needs a bit of a brush out, clearly, and it's got a bit of static going. It's slightly ombre from a cream down into a beige. It's that kind of colour that everyone likes, the non-colour neutral. I picked this up because it felt like quite decent quality in spite of being a little crumpled. It's very long. I don't know the brand. Vintage boutique collection. It's probably nothing special, but it's a good size being a 16. And, you know, we're not quite out of the woods yet with winter. So I thought, again, because I wouldn't pay up for something like that, but because it was fairly inexpensive, you know, I should be able to get 20 out of it, surely. Now, don't know what that is. Bit of rubbish. I hope everyone's well, and we're all looking forward to spring, aren't we? We're all kind of willing spring to come. Well, this was a bit of a coup. Timberland, lying on a chair inertly. No one had noticed her. Him, I should say. It's one of those Harrington jackets, you know, bomber jacket type things. But it is Timberland. It seems to be genuine. It has a very nice leather pull there. Nothing wrong with it, as far as I can tell. I didn't want to inspect too closely because you don't want to draw attention to yourself. But yeah, this is Timberland weather gear. And it's the size large. So what's not to love, really? The zip is perfectly serviceable. I know this style of jacket is quite popular right now. It's cotton lined. It's good for, I would say, spring probably rather than midwinter, but it's obviously got some weatherproof properties, I would imagine. I can't get done up now. I'm really rubbish when it comes to zips. Ah, that's why. Because it's on the men's side. How strange. But I couldn't see anything wrong with it. So I grabbed it. I liked the look of it and I grabbed it. Now you thought that was good. This is the final piece. I was quite impressed. I couldn't quite believe my eyes when I saw this. Again, I'm not entirely sure as to its value, but I know it's more than the fortune that I would have paid for it. This is a coated kind of a wax. Is it a wax jacket? I suppose it is. It's a wax jacket and it's by Weird Fish. Now, obviously, we've all had reasonable luck selling the old macaroni tops, and it's an extra large. So this again is another kind of bomber style jacket. It's quite good weight. It's edged in corduroy. You know, it's a quality item. I have to say, it felt like decent quality. Couldn't see anything wrong with it. But yeah, you know, that's some money right there. Those last two things. Quite pleased with that. Need to get it on quick, obviously, get it listed. I mean, I am listing. I mean, look at the detail on this. It's all leather around the popper fastenings. They're certainly taking some time and trouble with it. I was wondering if it had any labels in that would tell me more about it. Weird Fish. Cotton polyester outer. Yeah, it doesn't give a style name, but I'm sure I'll find it. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Love it. So, oh, and that's it. It's also got its nice little Weird Fish logo there. Just a stroke of luck it happened to be there. There were other things there that I probably could have taken to sell, but I'm very aware of not wanting to. I don't want to cause a problem. I don't want to feel too greedy or take everything. I never touch the kids' stuff. You know, I just don't. I looked at the shoes with nothing. A lot of it was the same stuff that had been there a couple of weeks before. So it's me spotting the new stuff, really. So I kind of have to be there every week to spot the new stuff. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items for a £5. So I have literally paid just over 50p an item. Yeah, what can I say? Amazing. But, you know, could go another time, there'll be nothing. So it's luck of the draw. Now, something I did want to show that I didn't get today. I bought this the other day. Because it just seemed quite special to me. Found this in a charity shop. Now, I recognised as I looked through that these are cold. These are iron pyrites. I know something about these stones. I used to collect and be very into my gemstones. Do it the right way around, it's probably even better. So I grabbed this. I think they had it out for £1. When I looked into it, these are shell. This looks like sodalite. These are definitely stones. These are abalones. These are quartz crystals. So it's a good thing. And then I looked very closely at the clasp, because it's just a lobster clasp. There's nothing, excuse the braces. Yeah, amazing price gated, definitely. I bought it because I loved it, because I think it's amazing. But on closer inspection, the chain and possibly these other little pieces are silver. It's all 95. It's just the most amazing thing. something that can be easy to bypass because you think, oh, it looks a bit cheap and a bit plastic. But I always go in and feel everything, because if it feels cold, it's going to be either glass or a stone. If it feels warm, it's more likely to be plastic. Unless it's amber, of course, in which case it will feel warm. Or jet. But there we go. Generalising. But it just had a feel of something really rather nice. So there we go. Absolutely loving it. Half tempted to keep it for myself, which is strange because it really isn't, but it goes quite well against black. Quite short. But just fell in love with it. I do pick things for style. I love natural stones. Gemstones, ever since I was a kid, I've always been interested in what they are and learning about them. And when I was at primary school, and we're going back way a long way, in the 70s, early 70s. God, yes. I went to a primary school that seemed to think that young ladies should be taught things like sewing and bird watching, and painting, and didn't seem to want to do science. Well, I loved science, and I taught myself science. So I taught myself geology, astronomy. I got into sort of physics and stuff, and I started reading up about it myself and teaching myself things because I was so bored at school. So that's really how that all started. So always wanted to collect natural stones and shells and things, and I just think they're beautiful. Nature is beautiful and what it creates, and I don't think there's anything man-made you can make that really tops that. Yeah, no, that's probably too much of a statement because I love aurora borealis coated crystals. But they're man-made. So yeah, things like this, and this is probably a one-off. There's no designer. There's no marking of a designer to it, which is a shame because someone put a lot of love into that. And it's not even symmetrical. They made that one and that one different. So I like a bit of asymmetry where everything isn't just all too matchy. So there we go. That's my lovely finds. Bit of a live one for today. I think I'm doing the Witches Inn with Becky again tonight. And spending a lot of time being on YouTube's, but it's all live, so we're not committed to revenue. Thankfully, it's more just the fun of it. But I hope you all keep well. I hope you're all enjoying. If you're getting a sunny day today and you're not being blown from one end of the country to the other. And I will see you all soon. So take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And I will do that awkward thing while I try and end the broadcast. Here we go. Bye-bye.